Hey, welcome to the non sequitur carcast thing. Still probably gonna find a better name. I might keep non sequitur in there somehow though. Maybe make an anagram. But I want to talk about gold and its weirdness, and water and its weirdness. Gold is a weird concept in our society because it's equated with money and always has been for anyone of more or less European descent. Because originally it was because it was a rare metal that was fairly easy to work with, being one of the softer metals, and was fairly easily distinguishable from most other metals. But here in the Americas, pre-colonization, gold held a different position, being more or less all gold could have been at that point a decoration. Most societies used gold, if they had gold at all, as jewelry making equipment, because that's the only thing you really can use it for outside of electronics. It's too soft to be used for weapon or shield. And they didn't have the same concept of money as us, being more of a, or not us, but the Europeans at the time. And the main society that I wanted to talk about, I don't remember the name, but they were found a little south, in the northern part of South America / Mexico. And they were the tribe of the Golden Man. And they're where the story of El Dorado comes from. When Spanish conquistadors first landed, they heard these great stories of a man made of pure gold, and they found him. It was a real story. This was a religious practice by this tribe, where the incoming leader of a tribe would effectively paint himself with gold, actual gold, and dump himself in a lake to the moon to wash it off in worship of the moon. And the people, if they liked the incoming leader, would throw bits of golden jewelry into the lake. So the Spanish conquistadors found out about this guy and found this tribe, and they saw people wearing their yearly salary on their fingers. They saw people wearing more money than they would ever see in their life again, just walking around. So there was really two options they thought. One, this society doesn't place value on gold. Or two, this society is so rich that this small amount of gold is nothing to them. Now, the conquistadors were not hired particularly for being intelligent. They were hired because they were willing to get on a boat, sail across an ocean, potentially die, all for a little bit of money, and the potential for a lot more money. So, they saw this society of people walking around decked out in gold jewelry and thought, wow, these people are rich beyond belief. They have no weapons, so let's just take it. And so they did. The conquistadors also made one other big discovery that was unripened silver, is what they called it. We know it as platinum. It was found alongside of gold for similar but opposite reasons. Being it was very hard to work, very rare, fairly pretty, and not good for weapons and armor. So they took all of the gold they could and ditched a lot of the platinum because they just thought it was bad silver. And they had real silver, so what did they need bad silver for? But the other, when they didn't find enough gold taken from the city of the Golden Man, they decided there must be a place with even more gold than this, where the people were even richer if these people had that much money, and they weren't some big capital city. So they decided that there was another city called the Golden City, El Dorado. And so they spent the next several hundred, potentially even thousands, considering there are probably people still looking for it, of years looking for it. And they did a lot of horrible things to all of the natives that they found, demanding that they be told where El Dorado was. And they found a lot of gold, a ridiculous amount of it. But it was never enough, because it wasn't all in one place. And with a concept like El Dorado, unless everything is gold, it's never enough gold. Because that's the idea behind El Dorado. It's not the Golden City, it's the gold. That's what El Dorado means. The gold. But since they weren't particularly hired for their intelligence, native people would often trick them. It's like, hey, if you leave us alone, we'll tell you where El Dorado is. It's off in this dangerous canyon, or it's in these mines that are about to collapse on you. Go and charge in there. And they did. But quite a few of them brought back the unripened silver, or platinum, not knowing what it was, and decided to take it to their heads of state. So I'm like, hey, is this worth anything? And the heads of state, knowing nothing, said no. So Spain gathered all of its unripened silver and dumped it in the ocean. Of course, now platinum is actually more valuable, or I guess it's not quite more valuable, but it is often considered, at least on the same level, as gold. Mostly for its use in electronics and cars. I don't know if you can hear that, but I tapped the car. Platinum is used mostly in spark plugs. Platinum and uranium are the main things that are used in spark plugs. And there's so many potholes. Platinum's used because it doesn't degrade. No matter how much electricity or anything else is put through it, or fire or whatever have you. The same is true with gold to a lesser extent, which is why gold is used in electronics. More or less every circuit board has a very minuscule amount of gold in it. Gold's not as rare and uncommon as everyone tries to make it seem, because it's literally everywhere right now, just in super small amounts. So, thank you for listening to this weird rant I went on about El Dorado, if anyone was even listening. Bye.